get a lot of flack. A lot. And a lot of people get mad at me when I talk. They be hating. And I understand why. Cause I'ma keep it 100, cause I look you in your eyes. I tell you truth and no lies. I'ma keep it 100, got something to say. I look you in your face and I put you in your place. I'ma keep it 100, I'm not an OJ's backstabber, just a realist, thinking I'm a facts grabber. Oh, I see the fear in the people's eyes. That's why I'm breaking down the science on this genocide. Listen, they claiming Black Lives Matter, right? Well, I'ma tell you that this bull, and I tell you why. Cause whenever you hear that set from another side, then every day in black communities be homicides. Look at these kids, yo, they traumatized. Cause whenever they see the cops, yo, they running high. And then they turn the TV on, they get undermined. And then you give them a Bible, they read 100 lies. Want them to function like a real man, but you ain't even got a clue about the real plans. Secretly, they need to keep them in the fields, man. That's why I'm killing the game, cause I'ma keep it 100, cause I look you in your eyes. I tell you truth and no lies. I'ma keep it 100, cause I'm a boss. If I talk, I'ma walk, real talk. I'ma keep it 100, cause I look you in your eyes. As I tell you truth and no lies. I'ma keep it 100, got something to say. I look you in your face, then I put you in your place. I'ma keep it 100, they claiming racism dead, yo. But when we trip about it, say it's in our head, though. But then we listen to the news and hear about Freddie Gray. I mean, we ducking and dodging this shit like every day. I'm real with it, yeah, mentally we sodomized. It's cause our history books straight up been modified. They wanna take us out and bulk it, call it Columbine. No reparations and they won't even apologize. I'm trying to tell you that these crackers got a lot to hide. Create fantasy and cover it with a lot of lies. I'm telling y'all that the prison system been privatized. It's about that paper slavery, make up the bottom line. And entertainment got you believing this paradise. I tell the truth is something you would never like. But once it get in your brain, you'll never be the same. That's why I'm killing the game, cause I'ma keep it 100, cause I look you in your eyes. As I tell you truth and no lies. I'ma keep it 100, cause I'm a boss. If I talk, I'ma walk real.
Assalamu alaikum, brother. I'm Robert. What do they call you?
Ill Will.
From the 3rd Ward. Your big brother's J-Rock, is he not?
Yeah. How you know that?
You're a loner in a gang-filled community. Your reputation precedes you.
Yeah, well, you don't need a gang if you got nuts. Most people join because they scared or pressured, but me, I do what I want.
Yeah. Having family high up in the 3rd Ward does have its advantages.
Say, man, what you trying to say, huh? Huh? You want me dead or something?
I have no quarrel with you, brother. Your problem is here. Now, had this been back when I were lost, yeah, we'd have some issues to resolve. But I'm a man of Allah now.
So what, you one of the Muslims that turned in jail? Well, I done seen 1 million of you. Give you about what? 2 weeks? You'll be back out there. Slanging, robbing, stealing, or shooting up just like the rest of us.
You're right. There are those who come in lost, find the truth, and they go right back to the sins that got them here in the first place. You know, I was just like you. See, brother, I've been in this system since I was 15, in and out, never really changing. But I finally got the time to sit and search myself. And Allah found me. How much time do you have here, brother?
$365 days and wake up.
It's more than enough time to change your life. If you let it.
Hey, come here. Oh. I missed you.
Missed you too.
You want to go get a room or something?
Ooh, oh, how about we just go to my favorite spot at the park?
Okay.
Yeah.
We can go to the spot.
All right.
All right.
Hey. Yeah.
I'm mad at you.
Why?
You didn't let me come see you. It's been a whole year, Will. Reading your letters every day was torture for me.
Look, I just didn't want you to see me like that.
What are you talking about? I visited you before in juvie.
Nicole, I'm not the same man that I was before I went in. I'm a man of Allah now.
You're Muslim?
Yes. Look, I know this may be a shock to you.
Come on, I know you. If you want to lay low for a little bit, I'm cool with it. We can pick up where we left off in a few weeks.
You're not listening. I serve Allah. My hustling days are over. It's time that I really serve my community. I'm going to be enrolling back into school. And with the right SAT scores, I can get into a really good college. And then, law school. I will become a defense attorney.
No.
Nicole.
Who are you and what have you done with my boyfriend?
I don't want to be your boyfriend.
What?
I want to be your king. And you my queen. And my queen must be a Muslim woman. I let you down. And no real man should allow his woman to sin repeatedly every night. Do you trust me?
Of course.
Will you follow me in the ways that Allah has set out for us?
I do.
I keep rolling up, I keep rolling up. I keep blowing up, I keep blowing up. I keep rolling up, I keep rolling up, I keep rolling up. I keep blowing up, I keep blowing up, I keep blowing up.
So, Will?
Oh, good job. Nice spot.
Thanks. You still taking us to the batting cage weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just be ready.
Oh. See you later, Will.
Try to take it there and then heat the moment, I'll break it down. Money, power, position. Respect seems to have issues. Wanna be bitches and these problems never ending, so I'm maintaining my lane. And keeping it solid with all of my that's doing the same. Eliminating all these affected as soon as they change. That go with family and friends too, don't be the one that'll leave it a hang. And that shit never really did amaze me. I always just seem to embrace it. Was living my dream situation. Change up and see race. I take a look back and then look at us now. We ain't want the same shit anyway. So I man shown to keep rolling up and blowing up and braving. Stop changing up, cause it's been enough. Damn. I keep rolling up, I keep rolling up, I keep rolling up. I keep blowing up, I keep blowing up, I keep blowing up. It seems I'm a real nigga, done turned falling. With all the smoke they going. I keep rolling up, I keep rolling up, I keep rolling up. I keep blowing up, I keep blowing up, I keep blowing up.
What are you up to?
Just trying to be like you. Assalamu alaikum.
Yeah, hello to you too.
Hey, princess. How was your day at school?
It was fun. Look what I made. We had to draw our family.
Wow. Looks like we may have the next Adrian Piper on our hands.
Who's that, William?
Well, I want you to tell me tomorrow, okay, princess?
Okay, Will.
All right, go to the dinner table. Dinner will be ready in a minute.
Well, it looks good. You know, you always telling that girl to look something up. That's what the school is for.
Well, Mom, Kennedy's a talented artist. Now, if the school she went to taught more about accomplished African-American females, then I wouldn't have to ask. Besides, the answer is just a click away in that $300 cell phone.
Mom, where did they walk?
That's a good question. Where is Justin?
I don't know. Probably on the streets, I guess. The king had defeated his intruders, saved the kingdom, and saved his queen. The end. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Last day of school for the semester. For the last 3 years, we wanted to rule the school as seniors. Now we're a semester away from being college freshmen.
I know, it's so weird. Like, we're gonna be like real adults soon. And thank Allah for Miss Edwards. And without her helping me with Trick, I would have never made the grades to be exempt. We still on for tomorrow?
Yeah. Meet me by the ducks.
You love feeding those ducks. I don't even think we're supposed to feed them.
I guess that makes me a bad boy, huh? I gotta get up early in the morning for the kids. I'll see you tomorrow.
You better.
Alaikum salam.
Good night, Will.
A man of Allah must be physically strong as well as mentally tough. One day, your wife and your children will depend on your perseverance through all things thrown at you. And the enemy will try to throw you off track through insufficient schools, television, radio, and social media. But we will teach ourselves. We will not watch their trash on television, and we will not listen to their garbage on the radio. Monday through Friday, we will get physically tough as well as mentally.
Well, yes, Malcolm?
Why do you have to be outside when it's cold right now and it's only gonna get colder?
Convenience makes you weak. In life, there is no multiple choice. Only fill in the blank. I want you out here every day for 3 hours, sweating over the holiday break, so that when you are faced with tough challenges 4, 5, 6 years from now, you won't think it's cold. In fact, you'll think it's hot out.
Yeah. You probably didn't grow up with the heater.
Yeah. Hey, you took the train?
No, Justin dropped me off.
You mean J-Rock. And you know he'll kill you if he catches you calling him by his government name.
Yeah, whatever be will be. He's coming back to pick me up and take me to my dad's house anyway.
Him and your dad still bump heads?
No. They actually get along pretty well now.
Can't be easy for J-Rock. I mean, knowing that his half-brother can take a vacation from the hood anytime he wants to.
He's my brother, all right? Don't look at him as half a person.
You know what I meant.
Besides, pressure isn't on me. My mom dated 2 best friends within a year from each other. That's hood mathematics for you right there. Not enough good men around. Who knew picking the dope boy over the college boy would be such a bad decision?
Well, I know I made the right decision. Because Allah brought you closer to me.
No. And I always show me how quiet it is right here. Birds chirping, white folks jogging and smiling. They ain't got a care in the world. No barking dogs, no sirens. This ain't normal.
See, that's the problem with our people. We think loud music and chaos is normal. Shit, I gotta come out here just to escape school music.
Now Michael Farrakhan, this is screw music. Say, boy, let me find out. You with this on your ass.
Never that.
One thing ain't gonna change from the hood. The suburbs, these hating ass laws. We chilling. They watching like we gonna do something. They bound to come over and ask us for our freedom papers. You may think it's safe over there with John and them white folks. But your ass come up missing, them white folks like they ain't seen nothing.
So tell me, how's that any different from the hood?
Man, I'm gonna argue with you, dark-skinned Thurgood Marshall. Hey, no, on the real, the hood can't wait till you graduate and pass that bar. Don't mess it up. Ah!
Checkmate. That's 2. You want to make it 3?
I can't believe how fast you've come. As a matter of fact, just wasn't too long ago you was sitting on my lap and I was teaching you how to play the game. Now you dominating me.
Who says you can't improve yourself while in jail, huh?
Proud of you, son. You put yourself in a situation, you manned up, you took responsibility, and you got yourself out. I know men who aren't even doing that much.
Thanks, Pops. I mean, it was nothing.
I mean, I take partial responsibility in this. I mean, I've been working long hours. I've been managing these corporate accounts. I've been contributing to make these tycoons billions. But it just wasn't worth sacrifice for my family or my own son.
Yeah, well, I decided what college I'm gonna go to next year.
Well, don't keep me in suspense. Come on now.
Well, I thought I'd take my talents to Texas Southern University.
What happened to Harvard and A&M? Didn't they offer you a full ride? What happened to those choices?
They're offering full academic scholarship, but that doesn't include food and dorm. I mean, TSU is offering a full ride with meal plan, dorm, and books.
I thought you were going to be a lawyer.
Yes, sir. A criminal defense attorney.
I think Harvard's your best bet, but I know you're going to do what you want. Hey, babe.
Hey. How you doing? Hey, William.
Hey, Annette.
Well, excuse me. I didn't mean to break up the male bonding in the room. But did you guys hear the great news?
You made Dean of Admissions?
No, I wish. ADA Bobby Casey got Dominic Barnes exonerated on all charges. I mean, Mr. Casey did the work pro bono. We need more brothers like him around.
Already ahead of you. He's the reason why I want to be an attorney. I mean, he's got it all. Puts the bad guys behind bars and defends the innocent.
Well, look, I got the interview on my phone.
We are rejoicing. This is a victory for justice. Getting this innocent man, Dominic Barnes, exonerated from all drug charges and crime so that he can spend the rest of his days prosperously as a free man.
I would like to give thanks to the Most High for delivering me from the hands of the devil. My plans are to go home, never leave my wife's side, and raise my kids. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Thanks for getting dinner, honey. You give the best foot massages. Feels so good. Why do you spoil me so much?
Mrs. King, you are a queen, and a queen should be treated with royalty.
Aw, that's sweet. You know what? I did have a hard day, too. These kids work my nerves. You know, I tell these hard-headed students what classes they need to take to graduate at the beginning of every semester. And then here they come crying to me because they don't have enough credits to graduate, because they dropped a course. Did nobody tell you to do that? And then go invite 100 people to see you walk across the stage.
Maybe you should tell them to go on and go through the graduation ceremony and take the 1 or 2 classes after that they need to finish this summer. No one would be the wiser.
Yeah, you think I didn't?
William, just the man I want to see.
Uh-oh. What do you need?
He knows me so well. Why don't you go to the corner grocery store and just give me a pint of cookies and cream ice cream?
Thank you, William. I asked your father to do it.
Well, can I draw your car at least?
Did you bring your license?
No, I left it in Justin's car.
Well, I can't let you drive the car if you left your license, so go on and get your overcoat. It's getting a little cold out there, and hurry on back. The sun's going down.
All right. Be back in a little bit.
Hello.
Hey, Queen. What are you doing?
Nothing much, just reading a book. Wish you were here with me.
Oh, that sounds nice. Well, I'm on my way to the store. Stepmom wanted some ice cream, so guess who's got to go get it.
Oh, come on. I mean, it can't be that bad. It's a short trip.
Yeah, I left my license in my brother's car, so my dad wouldn't let me drive his precious Mercedes.
Well, I hope you brought a hoodie. I mean, it's supposed to be cold tonight. Nothing says warm and fuzzy like a hoodie.
So, Stevenson, tell me, what made you want to join the police department?
Well, I grew up not far from here, sir. Just over in Missouri City. I guess you could say that the Sweetwater PD was always well respected. Even admired, sir.
You got the right idea, son. You know, that's our #1 goal.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm still here. I'm just reading this book. It's really good.
You being from Missouri City, you know, I'm sure you know your share of wise guys and troublemakers. No offense.
None taken, sir.
Yep, they come from there, they come from all over. Our job is to keep our eyes peeled for anything that looks peculiar or out of the ordinary. Doesn't that look a little peculiar to you there, Stevenson?
What's that, the, man in the hoodie walking there on the sidewalk?
Stevenson, that individual in the black hoodie is jaywalking right in front of you. Come on, aren't you going to do something? Aren't you going to say something?
What?
Stop him.
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Hey, come here.
Good evening. This is Officer Stevenson. I'm Officer Lecox from the Sweetwater Police Department. And you are?
Cold. Look, Max, why I'm being stopped?
No need to get on the defensive, son. Officer Stevenson here saw you jaywalking about a block back. It's a violation of Sweetwater ordinance.
Officer,
Stevenson.
Stevenson. Which intersection did you see me cross?
I believe that would be Pinehurst and Greenwood, sir.
Right, well, you must have seen some other black guys, because I'm just coming from the store, which is 2 blocks before that intersection.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't need to play the race card here, son. You got any ID on you?
No, sir. I left it at home.
Okay, for your safety and our safety, Officer Stevenson is going to pat you down. Now, you have any contraband on you? Any weapons on you? Anything sharp in your pocket that's going to stick us?
No, sir. Not that I'm aware of.
What's going on over there?
I don't know. It looks like they're questioning someone.
More like interrogating.
World star.
Shh.
He's clean.
How come you smell like reefer, boy?
Look, I don't smoke, all right? Look, man, I rode the bus early this morning, so some of the smell must have got on my clothes.
What's your name?
Look, what do you need to know my name for if I'm just crossing down the sidewalk, man?
4 reasons, okay? You're jaywalking in my city. Number 2, I want to know whose name I'm going to put on the citation. 3, I don't like druggies in my city. And 4, because I said so.
William King. Look, do what you got to do.
Run his name in the car. I'll wait with him.
Gwen, quick, come here. Give me your phone. Give me your phone.
What's up?
I need to record something.
Okay.
Says he lives at 3671 Martin Luther King Drive.
Ain't that the 3rd Ward? You're a long way from the hood, boy. Where you headed?
I'm headed to my dad's house. He stays a block away, 7272 Greatwood Terrace. His name is John King.
Okay, I tell you what. I'm gonna let you go with a warning this time. But the next time you come into my city, you make sure you cross properly at the intersection. You got that?
Hey, man.
That's it. You're under arrest for jaywalking. Come here.
Arrest me for a Class C offense.
Turn around. Turn around.
No, I'm not going anywhere with y'all, right?
Tell
No,
it to the
no.
judge in the morning.
I'm not going
What are you
anywhere,
doing,
man.
man?
Come on, man.
Let
Let
me
me
off
go.
me, man. Stevenson.
Let go of me. What is the problem?
I'm sorry, all right? It was just an accident. It was just an accident. Come on, man. Hey, come on, man. Don't shoot, man. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Oh my God. Will? Will, answer me.
Unit 2563. Shots fired, shots fired. We need an ambulance to Greatwood Crossing and Austin Parkway. And additional units.
Listen up. You need to calm down. In the next 90 seconds, this place is going to be flooded with uniforms and detectives. We need to get our story straight, and we're going to tell everybody. Internal affairs and medical.
Medical?
The shrink, okay? This is what happened. We stopped this individual who was jaywalking, all right? When we spoke to him, we realized his speech was slurred and he smelled the marijuana. So, we notified him that we were going to pat him down. During the pat-down, he resisted arrest, tried to take the gun away from me, and during the struggle, he was shot.
Look, he's dying. We need to save him.
Listen to me. Do what you want to save him, but repeat everything I just said to you.
He resisted a pat search. You went for your weapon. Y'all struggled and you shot him in self-defense.
Remember, anything you say at this point will affect you and my family for the rest of our lives. Now go ahead, start CPR.
Baby, what time is it?
9 o'clock.
Will's been gone a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's been about an hour and a half. I'm gonna give him a call in a minute to see where he is as soon as I finish washing these dishes.
Good evening. Maya Ochoa with Channel 9 News, live from Sweetwater, Texas. We have disturbing news going on. A hooded black male is in critical condition after being shot multiple times by local law enforcement authorities. Reports are the hooded subject was apparently under the influence of narcotics while walking down Sugar Creek. Officer Laycox and Officer Stevenson spotted and approached the hooded subject, and chaos ensued, leaving the black man clinging to life. This just in, the man shot has been identified as William King.
Oh my God!
Baby,
oh my
baby.
God! He didn't do anything!
Baby, it's gonna be all right. These damn cops! Baby, look, we're just gonna get down to the hospital and see what's going on.
Baby,
It's gonna be all right, baby.
What we got?
We got a young boy, William King, shot in the chest multiple times, and he's in critical condition. His pulse is pretty low. So far, not really any witnesses, just spectators and neighbors.
Well, keep knocking doors, see what you can turn up. First person I start with is Granny over there. She looks like she has a lot to say after her 15 minutes of fame. If the press asks anything, we're not releasing any statements until the press conference tomorrow, all right? Let me know. Send me a report.
Standing here with me is eyewitness Miss Dorothy Noyle. Miss Noyle, please tell us what you witnessed.
Well, I was walking my baby Rocky when I heard what sounded like firecrackers. We kept on walking just in time to see the police officer performing CPR on the hooded Negro who was on the ground. And that police officer was so brave and courageous.
So what makes the police officer brave and courageous?
Well, he's keeping our community safe from thugs, and he cared enough about that boy to try to save his life.
Well, there you have it. Thank you very much, Miss Noyle. William King is in critical condition at Reams Hospital. Reports are he will possibly be charged of attempted capital murder of a police officer. William King is under police custody being held without bond. More on tonight's shooting at 10. This is Maya Ochoa, live from Sweetwater, Texas, Channel 9 News.
Where's my son. I need to see my son.
Excuse me, I'm Captain Anderson of the Sweetwater Police Department. Are you the parents of William King?
Yes, I'm his father, this is his mother and sister, and this is my wife.
I do apologize us having to meet under these tight conditions. Could you please come with me? I want to feel on a little of the details.
My son Justin will be up shortly. Please tell him where we are. Is my son okay? Is he alive? The news is saying he's in critical condition.
He is currently stable, but he has lost a lot of blood. Dr. Hall can fill you in on more details on that.
Hello, everyone. Unfortunately, Will's left lung has collapsed, and he is having a very difficult time breathing. So I do have him hooked up on a ventilator to help him. He cannot speak at this moment. I do believe that with the proper rest and care, he has a 50% chance to pull through. He's in a coma, so right now what Will needs is his rest and your prayers. And tomorrow I should definitely have more information for you. I truly am sorry for your son and for your family. Excuse me.
What's going on? The media is portraying my son as some kind of thug, and that's not him.
Calm down, Marilyn. Now, we sent our son William to the store to get some ice cream. And you're telling us that he's under the influence of some sort of narcotic? What's going on?
We're still trying to sort that out. But your son will be transferred to Harris County Jail once he's medically cleared.
You telling me that the media knows more about what's going on with this than you do?
All I can confirm at this time is that William was stopped for jaywalking and there was a confrontation between him and the officers. It was during that confrontation that he allegedly tried to go for one of the officers' gun. Now, we're still trying to sort things out, but until we do, we will allow you to come visit Will between 1 and 4 p.m. during the weekday. Please know that the Sweetwater Police Department is fully committed to keeping you informed about this case. And as I said earlier, I really am sorry about having to meet under these conditions.
He didn't do anything.
I know he didn't, honey. I know. This is crazy.
Yes, Chief.
What type of circus you got going on down there? I got the mayor down my throat asking me why we've got police officers killing unarmed black kids in her city. You know I hate taking a lift from that woman, especially when that woman's got a damn good point.
I have everything under control. I just spoke with the family and I let them know that we are here for them.
We better keep it that way. We don't need a PR disaster here.
Yes, sir.
And spin it to your contacts of the papers. Tell them the officers had just cause. Yeah, I got a meeting with the mayor in the morning and I'll get back to you after that. Oh, and Captain, do you think you can have your men keep their guns in their holsters for the rest of the night? Well, good. Because if you can't, I'll get someone who can.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. Where's William King located?
Are you all friends or family of Mr. King?
We're all brothers of Mr. King.
William King is under police custody. I can't give you his location.
We are here to see that Mr. King is being cared for properly and to understand the circumstances surrounding his arrival.
Excuse me. The visiting hours are over and they'll resume at 9 a.m. I am his night nurse, and I'll be able to give you up-to-date information on his condition. Brother, if you could just follow me to the waiting room.
Hello, Mr. and Miss King. So sorry we have to meet again on such a tragic occurrence.
We wanted to let you know that Brother William and his family have the full support of the Nation of Islam.
Thank you so much, brother. We really appreciate you being here showing your support.
We just want to know the truth, and it seems like we're not going to get it unless Will wakes up, because these cops sure aren't going to tell it.
Yeah. Anyone that knows Will know he don't smoke. They're trying to assassinate his character before he even has a chance to speak.
And we've all seen this before.
The news said they may try to press felony charges on him. We need to get him a lawyer.
The Nation of Islam has excellent attorneys on retainer. When Will is officially charged, we will post his bond, clear his name, and we will sue this city.
Thank you so much, Brother Muhammad. We really appreciate you being here.
What in the hell do you have going on in my city, Chief? Don't give me no press statement crap either. I want the truth.
Right, I can explain.
Well, get to talking.
Officer LeCox and Officer Stevenson stopped this kid for jaywalking.
William King. That's his name. You better remember that name because you're going to be hearing it a whole lot.
Yes, Mayor. So they ran this kid's name, and it comes back clean. Then the kid starts mouthing off to LeCox, so he decides to take him in for jaywalking.
He was going to arrest him for a Class C misdemeanor? LeCox. Why does that name sound so familiar?
2 years ago, you pinned Police Officer of the Year on this guy for his police work and his community service.
That's just perfect, isn't it? Shh. I can just read the paper headlines and Twitter feeds now. Mayor's top cop guns down unarmed black youth. Do you know that this kid's not only an excellent student, he's got a scholarship to Harvard, but he's also Muslim. He's freaking Nation of Islam. I don't need this in my life during an election year. In a few weeks till Christmas, you better hope he doesn't die.
Look, what you're leaving out is this kid was a menace for the last several years. I mean, up until last year. There's a lot to spin there.
I'm not spinning anything. I'll leave that to you and your sources. Make it happen. I'll talk to William King and his family and smooth things over with the black community.
Black community wants our heads on a stick. I mean, how you gonna do that, Mayor?
All they do is sing and march. It's not exactly bloodshed, is it? I'll do what I've always done to handle them. Just watch the news.
All right.
Henry LeCox. Man, this guy was my training officer when I was in rookie year. One of the guys that trained us. Can I get you anything? How you feeling today?
I'm fine, thanks.
Water. Anything?
No thanks.
Officer, really, we got some coffee over there. Definitely get some coffee.
I'm okay.
It's good coffee. French vanilla. They got the creamers. You sure?
It's understandable. You had a rough day yesterday.
That's right.
I just want you to know that you're amongst friends. You obviously know this guy.
Yes.
You and I go way back.
Yes, of course.
All right, let's get started. This interview is going to be taped.
Now, officer, we just want to let you know that the purpose for this interview is to objectively figure out what happened yesterday and get all the details and ask you a couple questions about it. Now, we want you to know, we want you to take as much time as you need to answer those questions so you can recall it. We know you don't have your notes, so street names and other details might be a little fuzzy, so just take your time and go through it. Everything fine with that? You okay?
I understand.
We want to start from, you guys are on your patrol based on what we have here in the report, and you approach the subject. Take us there, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, we're doing our usual patrol through the subdivision. We observed a individual wearing a black hoodie, and he was jaywalking. He was jaywalking over at Sugar Creek in Austin, and we stopped him at Greatwood and Pinehurst.
And could you make out the ethnicity or sex of the individual before you approached him?
Absolutely not. I had no idea who the individual was until I stopped.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I could tell he was a guy before we turned on the Great Wooden Crossing.
Okay, so it's safe to approximate then that you and Officer LeCox knew that you were approaching a black male then?
Yes. Well, I mean, no.
Well, which one is it? Is either yes or no? Either you knew that it was a black male or you didn't know, officer. I mean,
I could tell that it was a guy.
But Laycock's never said anything about gender or race.
There's no reports that show that you know Officer Stevenson called dispatch before you approached the individual. Now, Sweetwater Police Department policy clearly states that no police unit may conduct a police activity without notifying dispatch first. Now, you're a senior officer training a rookie. Why'd you break procedure?
Well, that was my mistake. You know, I felt that Officer Stevenson here, with his extensive military record, his great academy record at the police force, and my 30 years on the police force, we could handle the situation.
So you basically just felt that you could take a young rookie out and just not call in anything and then just approach a subject who you have not identified thoroughly, nor did you know if that subject was armed or not, and just handle him. I mean, that's what you felt.
Again, I take full responsibility for that, but that's the only thing I did wrong that day.
Okay, so what happened next?
Well, we stopped the individual, explained to him why he was being stopped, asked for his identification, his ID. He didn't have his license on him. So I had Officer Stevenson here run his name through TCIS, came up as a match at that address, height and weight as Mr. King.
What happened next with the handling of Mr. King?
Laycock performs a pat search, looking for contraband, weapons that can harm us.
He reached in for my gun. And when that happened, then he tried to pry it away from me. Then he punched me in the face. Then he tried to pry the gun from my holster.
Yes, sir, I was in fear for my life. And I believe Officer Laycock was as well.
The gun fell out. We wrestled for the weapon. I wrestled it back, shot him in the chest.
I called in over the radio, and I started performing CPR.
No delay whatsoever. We wanted to make sure we could do anything we could for that kid.
Well, shouldn't we be looking for businesses surrounded by other buildings? Like the ones on Main Street?
Yeah. If those businesses were black. Wilbride Street could be the next Black Wall Street. I mean, we know guys that can fix cars, do graphic designs, paint cars, and make clothes. And with our law offices right in the center, we could all be prosperous. I mean, there is no reason for us to go outside of our community to get the things that we need. We need to let our black dollars circulate amongst each other, just like the Mexicans and the Asians do. You know, you would never know by the look of it, but this whole neighborhood used to be majority white.
What happened?
Well, that sugar factory generated a lot of good jobs for black folks. Started even making more money to live on the same streets as their bosses. Now, it was nothing for two families to live in one house, but once 4 or 5 of us started popping up on every street, those white folks bailed and went straight to Sweetwater. And they took all the big businesses with them. It's been a mess ever since.
That is really messed up. You can't even take a bus to Sweetwater.
You know, and that's no accident. You know, forget them. We don't need them. You and me. We can make our mark here.
I think I just found our law office.
Yeah. It's a pretty good size. Nice exterior. Hey, you know, my barber says rent is pretty cheap around here.
And you know what? Kennedy can design the logo. We could place it right here on the window. Law offices of Muhammad and Muhammad. How does that sound?
Sounds nice. I think we can do it. Maybe we can get started after we get married.
After college.
Deal.
actually make this the Boys and Girls Club over here. It's big enough.
Yeah.
Allah will pull you through this, my king. And I will be right by your side as long as they allow me to. Allah shines light in the darkness. I have something that'll make those cops pay for what they did to you.
Hello. I'm Cindy Walsh.
Marilyn.
I'm the mayor of Sweetwater.
John.
Mrs. King.
Pleasure to meet all of you. I'm so sorry that it's under these circumstances.
Yeah. We know who you are. You do the hood of block party at MLK for the election day, huh? You made a little speech full of empty promises. Yeah, we ain't seen you since you won.
Sorry, Mayor. Excuse my son.
That's okay. Young man's just speaking his mind. This incident should have never happened. The report is that William went for Officer Lecoq's weapon after refusing a pat search.
No, I know for a fact that couldn't have happened. He wouldn't have done that.
I'm sure that's true. Maybe Officer Lecoq is confused. Maybe William moved suddenly, tried to shake the officer's hand, or slipped. Who knows? There wasn't any other witnesses other than the officers. And with William's trouble with the law in the past, things might get a little confusing and misconstrued if we were to take this to trial. I assure you, William won't face any charges, and he'll remain here to get the medical help that he needs to recover. And I will make sure that the officers are disciplined.
You mean fired?
We won't fire them, but I will personally see that they're taken off the streets and given desk duty.
That's it?
They'll be on probation for a year. Feel free to file a complaint against them. I just ask for one favor.
What's that?
We don't need any more issues in the city, on both sides. I would like to hold a press conference in front of City Hall, and I would like for all of you to join me, along with Pastor Calvin Smith. We'll let everyone know that William won't face any charges and he's getting the best care possible, fully paid for by the city.
Y'all should pay for it. Y'all's the ones that shot him.
Not one more word, Justin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. We will be at the press conference.
Appreciate that. God bless Will to a speedy recovery.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Hi, how may I help you? Oh my God, what's wrong?
I have something for Assistant District Attorney Bobby Casey to hear on my phone.
No, don't shoot, man. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
I knew those cops' story was a lie.
I can't imagine the hurt that you must feel having to hear this again. This might be the most damaging evidence against anyone that's ever come across my desk. We will get justice for William for you and for the community.
Has anybody else heard this recording?
No, just my sister and I. I keep playing what happened over and over. I can't get the sound of the gunshots out of my head. He was just walking down the street to his dad's house.
From the sounds of things, it appears that the police didn't know that Will was on the phone, especially not with you. He must have had the phone in his hoodie or something.
Yes, he wears this earpiece under his hood.
Thank you for bringing this to us. This will definitely exonerate William from all wrongdoing and put the real thugs on trial here. William may wake up from his coma soon. And I'm sure that when he does, he's going to want to see his little angel on earth by his side. You should take a break from all of this and go and pay him a visit. We got it from here.
Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am standing here today with the King family and the mayor, Cindy Walsh, to let everyone know that she has assured the King family, as well as the entire Houston community, that William King will not be charged with any crime. And he will remain in the hospital until he is able to return home. This incident should not have happened.
Are the police officers that shot William King going to be charged with anything?
The police officers won't be charged with any crime because they didn't break any laws. They acted on self-defense. And furthermore, they'll be reprimanded for not showing proper discretion, and they are currently off the streets. At this time, the King family asks that you show respect and say a prayer for William's speedy recovery. He's stable now, and the doctors think that he'll make a full recovery. Thank you, and God bless.
The city will bless your collection plate this Sunday.
The church thanks you, and amen.
Mayor Walsh, can I get a statement? Mayor Walsh, would you like to make a comment?
It really saddens me that we have yet another young black brother, unarmed, shot by so-called law enforcement while walking through a residential neighborhood. Now, William King, 18 years young, was well on his way to college. But now his whole life has been derailed by these so-called law enforcers. These criminals with badges that committed this atrocity, they're still walking the streets. Now, if the courts won't do their job, if the mayor doesn't see to it that these thugs are taken off the streets and not put behind some desk, oh, trust and believe, we will remember that, Mayor Walsh. We will perceive it, that you condone cops shooting innocent and unarmed black children. We, the people, want to see Officer LaCox and Officer Stevenson stand trial for the attempted murder of William King. That's true justice. We will take it to the streets and let it be known that we will march for justice. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Okay, Officer Stevenson, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I want you to answer them slowly and as instinctively and as honestly as possible. Okay?
Yes, I understand.
Great, so let's get started. Officer Stevenson, would you consider yourself a fairly happy person?
Generally speaking, yes. I have my wife, my daughter, the career I always dreamed of. I guess you could say there's nothing else that I need.
And so that would mean everything at home and work is pretty good, right?
At home, yes. At work, I guess that's a different story after this recent incident.
So tell me, how do you feel about the shooting of William King?
I never wanted him to get shot. I never wanted any of this stuff to happen.
Do you have any guilty feelings about your actions pertaining to this case?
Nah, I got a job to do. You know, getting home safe is my top priority. But I tell you, had this kid cooperated with us, when it came to the questioning and not had a death wish, none of this would have ever happened.
And would you say that you've had trouble sleeping since that night?
Nah, I sleep like a baby.
Can you please elaborate for me?
Every night, like clockwork, when I finally fall asleep, I see this kid's eyes staring back at me as I perform CPR. It's like he's struggling to take his last breath. And I'm trying to keep this kid from dying on me. But then I just hear the gunshots. And they get louder and louder and louder till I wake up.
But you've seen death in the military before, correct?
Not like this. And I've never seen any of my troops pass. I have looked into the eyes of my enemies as they took their last breath. But they were all bad.
So you don't consider William the bad guy?
William King was just a kid.
I got one more question for you, officer. Would you change anything about that night if you could?
Well, I probably would have called dispatch the first time we stopped that kid. Because of that, I'm probably going to get a couple days off.
Hey, big head.
Will, why are you sleeping so long?
You complaining? He almost didn't wake up.
Wouldn't be the first time. I sleep in my life.
Talk, man. Save your energy. Kennedy got something to show you.
Look, Will, I drew a picture while you're sleeping. And guess what? I know who Reagan Piper is. She's a great painter in New York. That's where I'm going to go, Will, when I get big. New York! New York! Mommy!
Don't you worry about anything but getting better. They dropped the charges against you. We knew you never did anything. And when you do get better, you can tell us exactly what happened.
Will, tell me. Did you go for them cops' gun? Did them cops try to murder you?
I don't want to touch this with a 10-foot pole. Now, do you guys really think a little unsubstantiated audio evidence is enough to get a decorated cop and a rookie Matthew McConaughey lookalike convicted of murder from a jury of Sweetwater residents? Think again.
They can't ignore the facts or the evidence involved in this case.
They can and they will. I hate to bring race into this, but Sweetwater is 50% white, 30% Asian, 10% Hispanic, 5% black, and 5% other. Now, in other words...
Yeah. In other words, you feel as though the jury can relate to a dead black kid. We get it. The press on a daily basis is making this kid to be some type of Muslim thug. Look, win, lose, or draw, those police officers have to get indicted for this. It's our job.
We have to trust and believe that the jurors will make the right decision to help us put these guys away. And more than anything, you have to believe that we can get the job done.
Put me in, Coach.
We are going to be the most hated men in Sweetwater. Can you handle that?
Of course.
I suggest you guys have lunch outside the city limits for a while.
So you are going to take the William King case?
Yeah. Guess word travels pretty fast, huh?
It's all over town. I just wish that you would have consulted with me first before taking on a case like this, especially one that you have no chance of winning.
Excuse me?
You're not the only one that has to exist in this city. You should have seen the looks I've been getting at the grocery store and at work today. All the whispers. This is a small town, Bob.
I'm sorry that you had to go through that. But I have a job to do, and I'm going to do it. You, of all people, should know that by now, Lindsay. William King's girlfriend came into my office crying her eyes out. Looking for justice. Looking for peace. Her, his family, their community, they all deserve at least that much.
It's all over the news that he was a thug. I just don't think that you should have your wife put through the ringer for a guy whose street name is Ill Will. Come on, Bobby.
So then she come in the room. I wake up, she throw my phone back at me, unlocked. Then she tells me, talking about, for a detective, you should be better at covering up your tracks. Then she started talking about she taking a flat screen. It's a 42 and a 27. And I ain't tripping on that, but she ain't taking my entertainment center, bro. She did not buy the entertainment center. I came here the entertainment center from college, you feel me? You can't just be taking my stuff.
You know, you don't have to be under arrest to have the right to remain silent.
See, you know, that's messed up, bro. I'm venting to you right now. I'm letting it all out to you, and you do me like that, bro. You're selfish, bro.
That's him.
That's him?
That's him. You can leave that bag in the car, Officer Stevenson.
What's going on? You're under arrest right now for the murder of Mike King.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back. Come on.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. Maybe not a good attorney, but an attorney nonetheless. It's ridiculous.
Let me get my coat.
That won't be necessary. You can come as you are. Turn around, put your hands behind your back. You are under arrest for the murder of William King.
Glad you got your house coat on. We got the car nice and warm for you. We got a new aux cord. You can listen to whatever you want to on the way downtown.
Yeah, right.
You got the right to remain silent.
You have to read me my rights. I've been saying them for 30 years.
Got the right to a fresh shave, a mouth rinse.
I'll never do a day.
The day just started.
Your Honor, with the technology capabilities that are possible today, we have no way of knowing if this recording's even authentic.
This is authentic. You think this girl has the time, money, and the connections to frame a cop for murder?
Well, she may have the guts and resources to try and pull something like this off.
That's just ridiculous. I mean,
Enough. Enough. This audio will be taken in as evidence. It'll be tested for its authenticity, and it must come back 100% conclusive, or it'll be thrown out.
Your Honor, nothing's 100%.
You can still put your witness on the stand, regardless of the results.
All rise for Judge Wilson.
You may be seated. First on the docket this morning is Sweetwater versus Reggie Stevenson and Henry LeCox. What is the state seeking?
We are seeking murder in the first degree, Your Honor.
Nothing like a murder trial to bring out the holiday spirit, am I right? How does the defense plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor.
And let me guess, you'd like the defendants remanded into custody without bail?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your Honor, my clients are not a flight risk. They're pillars of their community. They're married, have children, and responsibility.
They are on trial for killing an unarmed member of the community, Your Honor.
Enough. The bond for the defendants is set at $30,000. They must relinquish their firearms and passports. Trial will begin Monday morning at 8 a.m. We are adjourned.
They found the audio to be 90%. I knew it wasn't going to be that easy.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Officer Henry LeCox and war veteran Officer Reggie Stevenson are heroes, not murderers. They put their lives on the line every single day they put on that uniform for the citizens of Sweetwater. Now, the state claims foul play of the shooting of a person violating a city ordinance who reeked of marijuana and who's had a long history violating the law. You will find no evidence is going to be presented that makes any logical sense that these police officers committed murder. In fact, you'll find we need more police officers that are willing to stop and question a suspicious hooded person violating the law that is in place to keep you and your family safe. Thank you.
A young man with a very bright and promising future was removed from this world unlawfully by these two men. Taken away from his family, his friends, his co-workers, and his community. William King had a full academic scholarship to attend Harvard University. He had big plans. His dream was to become a lawyer. William King was unarmed when he was shot multiple times by the so-called law enforcement. I will show evidence, and there will be testimony to prove that the shooting of William King was unlawful. I will also prove that just because you have a badge does not mean that you have a license to kill. Thank you. I call Nicole West to the stand.
Place your hand on the Bible.
I cannot. I'm a Muslim. Is there a Quran available?
I don't have one. Well, that's a first.
Place your left hand on the Quran and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do not swear. It is against my religion. But by the Almighty Allah, I do confirm that I will tell the truth.
Proceed.
Good morning, Nicole. For the court, could you please state your full name and relationship to the recently deceased William King?
My name is Nicole West, and William King was my boyfriend, my mentor, and my best friend.
And how long have you known William King?
I've known Will practically my entire life, since kindergarten, so about 13 years.
But the records show that the defendant refers to William King as Will. Nicole, for the court, would you mind sharing with us what type of person William King was?
Objection, Your Honor. The witness cannot possibly give an unbiased opinion of Mr. King due to the fact of their intimate relationship.
Your Honor, due to the horrible circumstance that William King is not here to let the jury decide on what type of person he is, Miss West is the best person to illuminate who he was for us. Given the duration of their personal relationship, she simply knows him best.
I will allow the witness to answer the question and state her opinion of William King.
William King was a great child of Allah. He loved his family, his community, and he loved me. I've never seen anyone with so much drive and dedication to his community. You see, Will mentored the local kids in the neighborhood because he didn't want them to end up on the same path as he did. And like many of us here, William had his demons, but it was Allah that saved Will from a path of destruction. And Will saved me from that very same end road. Fortunately for the many African American boys he helped, and for the ones that didn't come to pass, those pigs killed William King.
Objection! Objection!
And you tried to cover it up. He saved lives and you took his.
Order in the court. Order in the court.
I object, Your Honor, under the fact that this witness is spewing unsubstantiated statements against the defendants.
Sustained. The jury will disregard the last three comments from the witness, Miss West. Answer only the questions asked of you. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nicole, in your opinion, what impact did William's death have on the community?
Will's death was tragic, but it was also a blessing. In honor of him, the Nation of Islam renamed its youth mentorship program after him. This tragedy brought this community even closer, and I will live my life trying to bring Will's goals to pass.
Were you on the phone with William the night that he was shot?
Yes, I was.
You mind sharing with the court what you heard while you were on the phone?
He was walking from the store. His stepmom wanted some ice cream, and he didn't have his license, so he walked. We were on the phone talking about school, and then I heard chirps from a police car. He told me to hold on so he could see why they stopped him. And I remember the officer asked him for his name, and they told him that they stopped him because he smelled like weed and because he was jaywalking.
Let me get this straight. These two officers wanted to arrest William King for a Class C offense, jaywalking.
Yes.
That's not legal. See, I always thought that a Class C offense could only be dealt with by verbal warning or issuance of a citation.
And Will tried to tell the officer that, but the officer said, well, you could tell it to the judge in the morning. Will told them that he wasn't going anywhere with them, and then there was a scuffle.
A scuffle between William and these two officers?
Yes. And I could hear it. I'm not exactly too sure what Will did during the struggle, but he did say I'm sorry to one of the officers.
Could William have accidentally hit Officer Laycox in the nose during this scuffle, causing him to bleed?
Objection. Leading the witness, Your Honor.
Sustained.
There was a pause, about 2 or 3 seconds. Then I could hear William say, "Don't shoot, don't shoot."
You okay?
All of a sudden, I hear 4 or 5 gunshots go off. And the phone goes dead.
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you, Nicole.
Miss West, you were part of the murderous A1 Click Houston chapter, were you not?
Objection! Just because a group of teens get together and give themselves a name or a title does not mean that they are a gang. They aren't even recognized as a gang by the Sweetwater Police Department. Fact, no one in that group has ever been convicted of murder.
Yes, several of them did plead out to a lesser charge of manslaughter, but the reputation of these officers is on the line, along with the truth. Mr. Casey just spent some time establishing who Miss West is now. I'm simply letting the jury know her past. Her credibility is significant.
Overruled. The witness shall answer the question.
I was a part of the A1 clique, but I never murdered anyone.
So, Miss West, how were you initiated into this organization from your community? Were you jumped? Did you rob somebody? Or did you submit in some other ways?
Objection! Mr. Miller is badgering the witness and he's being an unfavorably rude officer of the court.
Sustained. Be careful, Mr. Miller. Rephrase your question.
Miss West, how were you initiated into the A1 clique?
I was jumped in.
Are there any former members of the A1 clique currently in the Nation of Islam?
Yes.
Miss West, have you ever stolen an item or items valued over $500 in concert with the A1 clique?
I plead the Fifth Amendment because I don't want to incriminate myself.
Okay, I see. Well, let me ask you another question. Have you ever been arrested for prostitution in concert with the A1 clique?
I plead the Fifth.
No further questions, Your Honor. Assalamu alaikum.
Good morning.
Morning. You have that pretty big meeting today, right?
Yep. So how's the case going?
It's going really well. We have enough hard evidence to put these guys away for what they did.
You know white cops aren't getting put away for the shootings of unarmed black men, right?
Take a look at the crime scene investigator's resume.
Wow, that's an impeccable resume. But you're supposed to bring me some good news.
And don't I always? Look at this.
I like.
Mrs. Stanton, Could you please state your full name and your occupation to the court?
My name is Drew Stanton. I was a uniformed police officer with the Houston Police Department for 5 years. Then I became a homicide detective. Now I've been a crime scene inspector for 3.
Kinda like the show CSI?
Except we don't solve crimes in 60 minutes. And the guilty, when caught, usually don't confess.
Oh, still. I love that show. Could you please state to the court just what a crime scene investigator does?
I'm a specially trained police officer who was dispatched to crime scenes to analyze and document evidence. That evidence might include trace materials, such as hair, fibers. There's also fingerprints, blood spatter, and ballistics.
Excuse me, ballistics?
Firearm and gunshot evidence.
Oh, thank you for clearing that up. Mrs. Stanton, in your expert opinion, when reviewing this case, did anything stand out to you?
It did. I determined that William King was not shot by the distance described by Officer LaCox. William King was 3 to 5 feet away, but at a slightly higher trajectory.
Slightly high trajectory. So does that mean that William King was kneeling while shot?
No. Most likely he was standing when he was shot by Officer LaCox. The 2 bullets entered the chest plate straight on in a classic double tap. Something not likely done during a struggle for a gun.
Mrs. Stanton, are you a firearms instructor?
Yes, I am.
I would like to enter into evidence as Exhibit A, the Drew Stanton Firearms Safety Course. This statement will show that Mrs. Stanton instructed the firearm instructors for the Sweetwater Police Department as an officer of the Sugar Creek Police Department. A part of the training is a 5-yard double tap to the center of the chest. Mrs. Stanton, is there any other evidence that does not support the defense?
Yes. Officer LaCox said that he shot William King in self-defense at close range. But there was no gunpowder residue on his uniform, nor on William King's shirt. So I conclude that Officer LaCox's arm was fully extended, thereby not getting any gunpowder on his uniform.
Miss Stanton, what was your score on the police officer exam, otherwise known at the time as T-close?
Objection. Relevance.
Goes to credibility, Your Honor.
Overruled. You shall answer the question.
I scored a 72.
A 72 out of 100. Wow. That's like a D, if I remember correctly. So you barely scraped by. I wonder how many other important details scraped by you during this murder investigation. You know, I don't think that the lives of 2 highly respected police officers should rest in the hands of a cop that barely passed an exam that she had months to prepare for.
Objection.
The lives of these husbands and fathers that protect your community deserve to be found guilty of murder of a Muslim thug that goes by the street name of Ill Will?
Objection, Your Honor. He's badgering the witness.
Sustained. The deceased will be called William King in my courtroom. Do you understand, Mr. Miller?
Yes, Your Honor. I apologize. No further questions.
The trial will resume tomorrow morning, 9:15. Court is adjourned.
Oh my God, did you see the news? We have to do something. Keep your voice down.
You don't have to do anything.
Kim, there are no other witnesses besides us. It's been days and no one has come forward. The video on this phone, it is the only thing that can put those cops away. Those cops can do the same thing to us.
Us? I don't think so.
Maybe not us. But what about your boyfriend, Rob? Or if you had a kid at some point.
You want to testify against those same cops that we see every day? The ones we wave to on our walks? Who's to say that if we call for help that they won't be slow to respond, if at all? Okay, tell you what. If no witnesses come forward by Monday, then we can go to the police station and show them the video and tell them what we know. Deal?
Deal.
Where did you park? I'm over here. You?
Few blocks down.
Get in, I'll take you to your car.
Nah, that's okay, I'll walk. I cheated on my diet at lunch. I gotta walk off some of this cheesecake.
All right.
See you later.
Good night. Text me when you get home.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. All right. Listen up. Listen real good, okay? You and your friend better forget what you think you saw that night. Okay, when those boys were shot. Now, let me see your ID. Nice and simple. Let me see your ID. Okay. Put it up here. Sarah Garcia, huh? 7398 Aberton Hills, Sweetwater, Texas. All right, now, give me your phone. I'm gonna take your hand off me. Nice and quiet. Nice and quiet. Breathe. All right. Now, this is how it's gonna go. If any evidence anonymously shows up, or you and your friend want to testify against those two cops, you're gonna feel this blade inside you. You understand me? Do you understand me? All right, Sarah Garcia, you have a real nice attitude.
Sarah! Sarah! Here you are. You know, I've been trying to call you. What's wrong? You okay?
Last night when we left the restaurant,
Yeah?
some guy put a knife to my throat.
Oh my God. Are you hurt?
Whoever he was, he knew we were witnesses to the shooting of William King.
How?
I don't know. But he said if you or I talk, he'll kill us.
Well, then we have no choice. No, we're not going to the cops now. We're not getting butchered over something that's none of our business.
This guy must be really good friends with these cops.
Or a cop. All the more reason to not get involved. Look, Sarah, we didn't see anything, okay? Please? I'm so sorry.
I called Detective Green to the stand. Detective Green, during your interview with Officer Laycox and Officer Stevenson, did they do or say anything that puzzled you?
Yes. For instance, Officer Stevenson recognized that William King was a black male walking on the sidewalk. However, Officer Laycox stated that he did not know the ethnicity or the sex of the individual they stopped before they stopped William King. Now, in my experience, it is very uncommon for two people in the same vehicle with the same vantage point not to see the same thing or discuss it.
No further questions, Your Honor. Thank you, Detective.
I'd like to call Marie Stevenson to the witness stand, Your Honor. Miss Stevenson, how long have you been married to your husband, Police Officer Reggie Stevenson?
It'll be 5 years this May.
Wow, you guys are young. Could you tell the court a little bit about Police Officer Stevenson?
Yes. We've been together since high school, and he always dreamed of serving our country and being in the Army, and I wanted to be a nurse. So when he went away for those 2 years, I got my nursing degree. And then when he came back from his tour in Iraq, then we decided to get married, start a family. And Reggie's the most wonderful person I know.
Would you say he is honest and trustworthy?
Yeah, I would.
Miss Stevenson, would your husband, who has served this country and this community, murder or assist in the murder of an innocent young boy?
No. My husband could not do that. He's a man of God.
Thank you, Miss Stevenson. No further questions, Your Honor.
Miss Stevenson, your husband put his life on the line for this country, and I greatly commend him for that. Do you think that he would cover up the fact that he watched his partner, Henry Lecoq's, murder William King in cold blood and keep it a secret?
No. My husband would not do that.
Has he been somewhat different since the shooting?
I mean, he's quiet, and he thinks a lot.
Would you mind telling the court in what capacity?
No. I mean, I'm not sure.
Trouble sleeping? It's been a few weeks now since the shooting. Did he get more sleep in his first month home from his tour in Iraq than he's gotten in the past few weeks?
Coming home from his tour. But I mean, he's kind of always been, you know, a restless person.
So a man that's seen destruction and bloodshed and carnage and lives lost in a war overseas comes home and sleeps more soundly in his bed than he does when he sees an unarmed kid die. I think it's guilt that's keeping your husband up at night.
Objection, Your Honor. Mr. Casey can't possibly know what keeps Officer Stevenson up at night, and how many rhetorical questions is he going to ask?
Sustained.
No further questions. Thank you, Your Honor.
Hey, babe. Got us some hot chocolate. Everything's gonna be okay. Nothing's gonna happen to me.
How can you be so sure?
I just know God's gonna take care of everything.
I need you to tell me the truth, Reggie.
I didn't kill that boy, Marie. I tried to save him.
But did it happen the way that your partner said that it did?
Not exactly.
Okay. Well, what then? You can tell me. I'm your wife.
Okay, Marie. Laycox tried to arrest King, but King struggled. He hit Laycox in the nose, causing it to bleed, and he backed up saying he was sorry. But Laycox just snapped and shot him.
Why didn't you stop him? What were you doing just standing there?
I was frozen. It happened so fast.
So you lied to the police. But you lied to me?
I never lied to you, baby. I lied to protect a fellow officer. In Iraq, I did things and seen things I wish I was never a part of. But they trained us to stick together no matter what.
But what about me? What about your daughter? You know what, Reggie? You put your family up for collateral in this trial. For a racist and a murderer.
Hey, do you know where 3949 Wichita is?
Yeah, it's just one block over.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I told you on the first day of trial that the state would not prove my clients guilty of the murder of William King, and they have not. Officer Henry LaCox and Iraq veteran Officer Reggie Stevenson put their lives on the line every single day to protect the citizens of Sweetwater, Texas. You know, I bet one time in your lives you wish you would have acted on something that you felt in your gut, but you didn't. Then later on, you felt guilty because something horrible did happen. Do you remember that feeling? These officers have to react quickly. The facts are, they stopped William King for jaywalking. He had the odor of marijuana on his clothing. He had no identification on him, which is required for city ordinance. And when Officer LaCox went to pat search Mr. King for the protection of themselves and Mr. King, he went for Officer LaCox's duty firearm, putting the lives of the community in jeopardy. Let me ask you something. Do you feel safe running at 4 a.m. in your neighborhood where there's only about 100 yards of darkness between streetlights? I know I do. Sweetwater ranks top 5 in the nation of the safest cities of the United States of America. Top 5. The day we start putting away good law enforcement officers because of gunshot dust and technicalities is the very day we've given up on safety and your way of life. Thank you.
Show him the mirror. Mr. Miller here doesn't want you to think about the technicalities involved in this case. He doesn't want you to think about the forensic science evidence involved in this case. He's simply disapproving the very methods that convict criminals of rape, robbery, assault, arson, and your plain old murders that occur every day. He's asking you to ignore scientific facts, bullet trajectory, gunpowder residue, forensic science evidence, blood, DNA, essentially anything that shows that a crime has taken place. The evidence shows that these two men are responsible for the murder of a young and promising life. Should you ignore these facts because they wear badges? I don't think so. He's preying on each and every last one of you and your own selfish instincts of survival. He's betting the lives of his clients on the fact that you will help him justify the murder of an unarmed black teen that was possibly a threat to all of you in your lives when actually he was doing nothing of the sort.
sure that most of you have had a girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, husband, or significant other that's asked you the question, does this outfit make me look fat? Whether it's true or not, most of us will say no. But I want to ask you a question. I want you to be honest with me. Does this hoodie make me look like a thug? How about now? How about now? Well, some people might say, Robert, it depends on where you're going. What are you doing? Are you walking into a bank during the summer to make a withdrawal? Or is it 45 degrees outside and you have a 2.5-mile walk to the nearest convenience store and a 2.5-mile walk back from the convenience store? That's why William King was wearing a hoodie. We all love a great redemption story, right? I have a great redemption story. Judge, it'll be a second. It's a story about a kid, smart kid, got into some trouble in his childhood and early teenage years, and until one day he just woke up and decided that he wanted to do better. So he got involved in his community, got involved in church, made the honor roll once, made the honor roll twice, and before you know it, he has the highest GPA in the entire school. Come senior year, he has his pick of the litter. Every single college in America wanted him. He chose Harvard University. Now you're probably thinking that I'm trying to give you more insight as to who William King was. But I'm not. Well, sort of. The kid in the story was me. I can directly identify with William King. He had a full academic scholarship to attend Harvard University. I had a full academic scholarship to attend Harvard University. I got involved in my community. He got involved in his community. He wanted to become a lawyer. I became a lawyer. And who knows, in 15 years, he may have replaced me as the assistant district attorney of this fine city. But no one will ever know. So think about it. If you fall tooth and nail to get your life back on track, had a loving girlfriend, loving family, had a full academic scholarship to attend Harvard University, became a mentor in your community, and became a man or woman of your own religious faith, would you at any point reach for a police officer's weapon? Doesn't make sense. I urge you to do what does make sense. Convict Officer Laycox and Officer Stevenson of first-degree murder. Thank you.
That was good. But do you think it penetrated that Sweetwater wall?
I sure hope so. Putting on a hoodie in a courtroom, that's a risky move.
Desperate times calls for desperate measures.
Well, it's a wait-and-see thing now. A long deliberation is good, but a short one is bad.
You know what? I'm not worried. There's no way 12 jurors are going to find us guilty. You okay?
No, Laycox, I'm not okay.
Come on, relax. You'll be at home in no time with the family.
We saw these officers shoot William King.
You two in my chambers now. Did you put these girls up to this?
No, Your Honor, we're just as shocked as you are.
The jury's tainted. We want a retrial. The way these girls burst into the courtroom, there's no way the jury can ignore it, especially if they're lying.
So what made y'all come forth now?
Well, someone found out that we were witness to what happened and that we recorded it, and whoever it was cornered Sarah and said that he would kill her and me if we testify.
Did you bring the video on your phone?
The guy smashed my phone and took my SIM card. But I also saved it on my portable hard drive.
Judge, this could be doctored. We don't know that.
Everyone in the courtroom in 15 minutes. This will be entered into evidence. The jury will watch this video.
It was just an accident, all right? Look, I'm sorry. It was just an accident. Hey, come on, man. Don't shoot, man. Don't shoot. Don't shoot.
Does the jury have a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor, we do.
What is your verdict?
We, the jury, find Henry Lecoq guilty of first-degree murder. We find Reggie Stevenson guilty of second-degree murder.
Thank you. Sentencing will be tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. This court is adjourned.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I am so sorry that I ever doubted you.
It's okay.
You were amazing.
Thank you.
So I'm cooking. Anything you want. We can do steak, spaghetti, crawfish etouffee is your favorite.
Let's just go out to eat.
Where are we going?
We'll figure it out.
Okay, I'll go get dressed.
All right.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Look, J-Rock, I drew a picture.
It's beautiful, princess. But from now on, call me Justin.
Okay, Justin King.
No more King. Justin Shabazz.
You keep changing your name. Now you're like a new person now.
Yes, Kennedy. I am.
Hey, what's up? Can I play?
Sure, man, I guess.
Yeah, make it take it.
No, sure court. You shoot first.
We'll never see the ball again.
Keep it 100, got something to say. I look you in your face, then I put you in your place. I'ma keep it 100, I'm not an OJ's backstabber, just a realist, sticking on my facts grabber. Oh, I see the fear in the people's eyes. That's why I'm breaking down the science on this genocide. Listen, they claiming Black Lives Matter.